missiles that you are mentioning. Now, BrahMos is one of the most successful missiles that have come from the DRDO stable. Now we are also getting export orders for the missiles, sir. Now, before we got that export orders, we had a kind of a clash with the Chinese which is still going on, the military standoff, where India stood up to the Chinese bullying and took it on. Now you think, sir, that goodwill that India is a strong nation can take on big bully countries like China, that helps you when people go out, when Indians go out and say tell the countries that you should buy this missile or that the BrahMos or the other missiles.
See, the world is definitely watching, and world knows what we are doing, and it has been many of the things have been in the public domain, and so definitely world today recognizes India as having multiple technologies and multiple systems which India has developed today. And that's why we see that there are lots of inquiries coming from many countries across the globe for various systems. Not just missiles alone. There have been lots of requirements coming on radars and torpedoes and various other systems which are there in the developed by the country. So world definitely is recognizing and recognized as a country which has developed indigenously many of these technologies and systems. And I'm sure that coming years it is going to be a sea change, particularly with the present government emphasizing on Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat has helped a lot in making many of these things in the country today and making the technologies and filling in the technologies gap, and then also giving the message to the world that India has developed many of these capabilities, technologies, and they are available, which probably are lower in cost. And the call given by Honorable Prime Minister that make for the world is helping giving the boost to the industries that we should supply to the world globally, and people are marketing, and there have been lots of interest shown by the many countries today.
Sir, like we've talked about a lot of missiles that have come from which have been developed within the country. What are the developments like in field of other weapon systems like tanks and other armaments, radars, including
Um,
the radars?
Let me tell you, a lot of activities have gone in the country. Lots of systems have been developed here in the country, particularly talking about the tanks. India is one of the 6 countries which have developed their own main battle tank, Arjun. So Mark 1 has gone into the armed forces. Mark 1A, again, Honorable Prime Minister has handed over the first tank to the armed forces in an event, and it is being now produced, and that also gets inducted into it. And now country is poised for developing many other tanks which are required by the armed forces. Second, you know that the 155 artillery gun has been developed in the country. And you must have heard Honorable Prime Minister talking about it on 15th of August from Red
The
Fort
attacks.
when the ATAX was used in the firing on that 15th August ceremonial firing.
Yeah,
And he
the
said,
21 gun salute thing.
yes,
That one. Yeah.
and he said 75 साल के बाद इधर हमने ये आवाज़ सुना है देश में बनाया gun, artillery gun, a prestigious gun which has got a very long range. 155 artillery gun is another thing. We have developed many torpedoes for ourselves, and we have developed many sonars. And you said radars is another very big success story of the country. Country has become completely self-reliant from right from the modules which are required to making varieties of radars, whether it is ground-based radars or talking about ship-based radars or the airborne radars. Country has developed varieties of radars from short range, medium range, battlefield radars to very long range radars the country has developed. And the country has got the complete technologies. I can say country is completely self-reliant today in radars. So likewise, many technologies have been developed. Sonars, country has developed the sonars. Many communication systems which are required, country has developed. Many ammunitions which are required, also country has developed. So a lot of these technology and engineering things which are required for the armed forces, various bridges and other things which are required, are the recce and support vehicles and things like that, are wheeled armored platforms. These are all the various things which have been developed in the country.
So, what about aircraft? Let's move to that because we are still importing most of the components that we need. When are we going to have our own aircraft? LCA, of course.
See, firstly, LCA is an indigenously developed aircraft. That's our aircraft. It is our own aircraft, indigenous. Maybe we have used some systems and components from outside. That's a separate issue. You own the design, you own the complete system as your own design and developed system and all that. Yes, the engine has been imported in that, and country has also worked on the engines, and the country has developed the Kaveri engines. But there has been a gap between the actual requirement and this. So, but the certain capabilities in the country has been developed in that, and country is working on trying to fill these gaps. But LCA is a very successful story, which has paved the way for development of further aircrafts which are required for the country now.